thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up, y'all are coming in. Shout out to old Ned, 52, big group. Up. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Give me a one. Give me a one if you can hear me, because somebody's saying no sound in the chat, baby. Can y'all hear me? Because Miss Wright is saying there's no sound. Can y'all? Okay. Miss Wright, baby, I'm so sorry, baby. That's a pawn shop laptop you had them purchase, sugar. Okay, you can't be buying everything on the clearance rack, child. Some of that stuff is returned. It's already been used and repackaged by Walmart, baby. Okay, you got to take that thing back to the pawn shop. You got your receipt, boo? Okay, baby. All right. I don't know whether you got the Dollar General earbuds in, baby, but did you keep your receipt, sugar? Okay, you just can't. You got to set the bar higher for yourself when it comes to holiday gifts, baby. You can't be letting folk bring you that Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree stuff, baby. Okay, not this time of year when you're trying to be nosy as hell with the rest of us, and now you plugged in with $2 headphones and you can't hear nothing, baby. Okay, now you need a brittle pad, baby, in order to understand what's going on. I can turn the closed caption on for you, sugar. Do you need the closed caption, Miss Wright? Okay, baby, you can't be watching me from them stolen TVs, baby. Okay, I know y'all be running up out of Walmart, baby, on Black Friday and things, baby, just stealing, baby, just haul ass and with stolen goods, baby. You can't be doing that. And then when the karma hit you, baby, and ain't no sound, and your nose ain't working. That's how it be, grit. That's how it be. Y'all thumbs up as y'all come up in her. Thumbs up, child. Okay, everybody else saying they can hear just fine, baby. Okay. Shout out to Miss Wright, baby. I hope she able to tune in to the show today. Because, baby, it's a lot going on. Okay, she can hear you now, baby. Okay, she had to unscrub. She had to unscrub, baby. She had to scrub. She had to unscrub that serial number, baby, on the back of that stolen TV, baby. Okay, Miss Wright. All right, sugar. So glad you're in here, baby. Y'all thumbs up. It's a lot going on in the world, girl. It's a lot going on. Y'all, I tell you, it's every damn day, every damn night, baby. Okay, if it wasn't for the Conscious crew, I wouldn't be able to keep the hell up, all right? Now, y'all know, because it is the holidays, girl, I got all type of gifts and things coming and everything to the house. So if my delivery person pulls up during this live stream, you know, I may have to break away for about 60 seconds. All right, then come on back into the stream. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time. So if y'all have to see me, you know, go off screen for a minute, baby. Okay, I'm just answering the door for the delivery person, child. All right, so y'all know what we're here to get into, girl. Before we get into it, go ahead and thumbs up this video until it's absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video, bullying the hell out of that like button, not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious crew member and letting them know to get their black asses into the sanctuary, because the king is in fact kanging. Also, Shout out to all the new subbies, girl. We almost had an influx of a whole 1,000 quantum leap in subbies. Shout out to all the new subbies. Welcome to the platform. We multi-purpose. We do it all here. God, spirituality, sociology, hot topics, trendy topics, pop culture. We roast, we gag, grow. We do it all. We cry here. We get sentimental, baby. We do miracles, baby. We got superpowers on this platform, child. All right. So there's a little bit of everything for a little bit of everybody. Also, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all so that you don't miss a day or hour when the king is in fact kinging. And last but not least, please share the stream out to whatever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your MySpace, your Snapchat, your Facebook, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're live, and we're certainly in color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through. Okay. Welcome to the platform. We multi-purpose. We do it all here. Welcome to the platform. Now that is so weird because, baby, I done talked all that shit and now I can't hear nothing. Did y'all hear the damn intro, baby? I know we in the shadow period of retrograde, child. I done talked all that shit to Miss Wright. And now, baby, the bad juju done jumped off of her stolen goods and done jumped over here and now I can't hear shit. The intro didn't come on. Okay, see, all that's retrograde. That's retrograde, y'all. Y'all know we got like a 2-week period, girl, following the official exit of retrograde. Girl. We got a whole shadow period, child. So I ain't gonna fuck with it, but y'all can hear me now, though, right? Y'all can hear me talking. Oh, baby, I hope retrograde don't play with me when it comes to sharing my screen. Hold on, let me see if I can share my goddamn screen, baby, because what Miss Retrograde not about to do, what she not about to do, baby. What she not about to do. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Oh, okay. All right. Because, baby, let me tell you something. I'll swing on that hole like a whole nigga. All right. Shout out to everybody. All right. Y'all can hear me. All right. Great. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the platform. Let me shout out to my baby mothers, girl, before we get started. There's a lot going on out here in these Hollywood sky reeks. Shout out to my baby mother, Vessa, my baby mother, Samora, my baby mother, Alisa, my baby mother, Doris, for the old nasty piece of child support payments. Thank y'all so much. God bless y'all on these holidays. You guys know all donation links is in the description box below. Email, the whole nine. Y'all make it do what it do. All right. Now, last night, y'all, me and Nosy Whole Live came through to get into some Tisha telling all type of partial lies and partial damn truths, girl. And let me tell y'all, I almost fucking died from hold on. I almost died, baby. From cardiac arrest, bitch. I was not ready, girl. I did not know Nosy Ho was gonna do that. I did not know she was gonna drag that poor woman up out of her electric scooter like that, baby. I had no idea she was gonna go to hell in on that woman and her bunny rabbit, girl. Girl, I was shook up, girl. I almost saw the Holy Spirit last night, girl. I was almost absent from the body and completely and utterly present with the doggone Lord, baby. Okay, so last night, girl, had me cackling myself to damn sleep. I could not. All right, so if you missed that live stream, girl, get into it from last night. I'm tired as hell, so my energy gonna kind of be a little low today. All right. Now, what we got to get into, girl, is pick up where everything done left off at. Y'all know that Jay-Z got sued in a amended complaint by Little Miss Anonymity and her raggedy-ass attorney, Tony Buzbee. You guys know that Jay-Z then turned around and sued Tony Buzbee for damn extortion. Shout out to my baby mother, Tamika, for the nasty piece of child support check. Thank you. Baby mother, love you long time, sugar. All right. He turned around and sued Buzbee for extortion, girl, and they're expediting the case in the lawsuit against him from Little Miss Anonymity within 20 days, girl. They want this thing tied up and wrapped up, girl. Alex Spiro is gonna have an old nasty Christmas boner by the end of this year, girl. I can only imagine how that invoice is set the hell up, girl. Alex Spiro all out here doing PowerPoint presentations, girl. I don't know whether Alex Spiro confused working for Jay-Z for working for goddamn NASA, but baby, Alex Spiro is the same one who's on Fraud Radio's neck when it comes to this Megan Thee Stallion cyber stalking case, girl. And I am now officially shook for Fraud Radio, girl. I am shook for Milagro scams, baby, because I didn't know Alex Spiro be out here putting in this doggone work like this. All right, so we're gonna get into his live press conference, girl. He gave y'all a play-by-play of where the hell Jay-Z was, where the hell his coordinates was, where the hell his genitals was, where the hell Beyonce's ovaries was, the infamous night of the 2000 Video Music Awards, girl, where Miss Anonymity claims that she was sexually assaulted by him and his bestie Westie, girl, the diddler child. Oh, baby, we're gonna be getting into it, baby, okay? So y'all just buckle up, y'all thumbs up. Jay-Z also done made a series of statements about his relationship to Miss Diddler, girl. But before we get there, I want to continue on just a little bit in last night when it came to Tisha telling all those half-baked truths, girl. Okay, let me pull up my video, child, because some of y'all called yourself coming in here, girl, as concubines of the half-wig community and was windmilling, talking about she ain't lied, girl. Where she lied at, child? Okay, so I brought a condensed version of it for y'all in the comment section, child. All right, as it relates to, hold on, do I got Tisha Tell up here? Let me address Tisha first, girl. Tisha, whatever the hell it's called in Spanish and English, girl. Tizarella, I don't know, baby. Okay, is it Mexican? I don't know, baby. I don't know what it is, girl. Okay. All right. Y'all know Tisha Tell been out here, girl, swinging and banging for little Miss Concubine child, little Miss Rabbit Foot, girl, because, you know, she just can't take that public L after she thought it was going to be Jay-Z's downfall when it came to this lawsuit, girl. Now, Jay-Z done pulled the old nasty draw for and slapped a goddamn wild card on top of it and pulled out a draw two, girl. All right. So to make last night's commentary just a condensed version, it says, listen up, for those who are dumb, okay? Tissa lied. Okay, it doesn't matter whether her aim was Diddy or Jay-Z. The story is factualist, okay, in both cases. She said everything works if you change the dates from 2000 to 2003, girl. If it takes all that, the bitch lied, okay? Little Miss Anonymity just lied, baby. Because Eminem also performed, according to Miss Tails, on the streets that year. Nope. He performed outside the BMA venue in the year 2000, okay? The year that Little Miss Anonymity is doubling down on, okay? Not once, but twice in her amended complaint. Secondly, the Alpine Mansion that Miss Tisha Tales claimed was the U-shaped driveway the girl is trying to describe is not only brick and not white, like the accuser claimed, but it wasn't even purchased and owned by Diddy until 2004, which contradicts both the accuser and Tisha Tales' timeline. Thirdly, Tisha tried to argue that this girl may have gotten a few details mixed up, but still could be telling the truth, yet never entertains how this girl could also be clearly damn lying, because there's no fact to support her case. No witnesses, no police, no hospitalization, and her own father never heard this until she spoke to Tony Buzbee this year. No father would forget picking up his 13-year-old severely autistic daughter with a head injury up in the middle of the night of the year 2000 nor 2003. No parent would forget such a thing because it's too bizarre and alarming in nature, given that he would have had to drive 5 hours there and back and never even got the authorities involved. The property did not exist for Diddy in 2000 or 03. No witnesses. The celebrity claimed to have spoken was on tour in the Midwest at the time. Eminem, once again, did not perform in 03, but performed in 2000 outside. and not in 03. And Tony Buzbee even admitted that another damn law firm sent her because even they knew the story had no damn weight nor merit. And all he did was interview her in order to represent her. The lies told by both Tisa and Little Miss Rabbit Ear are just that. Take Jay-Z out of it and still the story does not hold up factually against Diddy either. Okay? It just doesn't. Now, mind you, I don't want y'all raising hell when it comes to Tisa Tailgate. I don't think Tisa Tail is a bad person, baby. Okay? Tisa Tail just working for the white man every day and night, baby. Big wheels got to keep on turning, baby. How the hell y'all think she gonna haul in them goddamn half wigs, baby? Okay? She got to have her half wig supply, baby. Okay? I don't know why Tisa don't want to invest in a microphone. I don't know why she want to talk through an Android plug-in. I don't know why she want to talk through a wireless, a wired head. I don't know, baby. Okay, but Tisa probably trying to get some upgrades, girl, and she doing what she got to do to keep the flyaways glued back, baby. Okay, so I just think she's content creating, and like I said last night, I appreciate the fact that Tisa, at least if she was gonna go left, she tried to have as much of a informed left perspective as possible. Okay, and that's all we ask for. We just ask for folk to just put in the work if you want to be different, baby. Okay, so I think Tisa did reasonably well, even though her shit still fell flatter than Khloe Kardashian's original buttocks. Okay, it still fell flat, but she did try. All right, now let's get into something else that Tisha Tail had said, girl. She was pulling up all type of maps, girl, saying, well, did NBC News, since they caught themselves betting this woman, did NBC News even try to see if she had moved in the year 2003? Because this could have happened in 2003. How we know that she hadn't moved from Rochester by 2003? Well, Tisha Tail says this all could have been very much so plausible. So guess what I found last night? I found the even more further in-depth write-up because NBC did multiple follow-ups with Little Miss Rabbit Ear Child. And check this out, courtesy of NPR.org. The woman who accuses Jay-Z of graping her at 13 shares new details about alleged assault. The woman who accused Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs of graping her when she was 13 years old, shared new details about her recollection of the night of the alleged assault. In an interview with NBC News, the woman, now a 38-year-old mother who lives in Alabama, said that she had stayed quiet for 24 years because she felt no one would have believed her. Quote, even if somebody found out, who was going to believe me? I mean, it was to the word of two celebrities against mine, she said. NBC said in the report the woman who referred to in court documents as Jane Doe declined to be identified. Amongst the new details, the Alabama woman claimed that during the alleged assault, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, placed his hand over her mouth and told her to stop when she resisted. The woman told the outlet that she acknowledged that there are some inconsistencies in her account, but firmly maintained that she was attacked. In a statement to NPR, Carter denied the allegations of assault, saying the complaint was filed in pursuit of money and fame. He added the incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. This was over before it ever began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Combs has denied all allegations against him. His legal team told hold on, y'all. Okay. The Alabama woman alleged, okay, let's get to the meat, girl, alleged that the assault took place Okay, I don't know why Tisha Tell trying to get this woman to believe that she was raped and beat and ran through the wilderness in the middle of the night to call her daddy to drive 5 hours from Rochester to pick her up at a random ass gas station in 2003. This woman keeps saying over and over and over and over and over, no, bitch, it was the year 2000, ho. I don't know why Tisha Tells don't understand, girl. If you got to do all that backward flipping, baby, and then going against the actual accuser who keeps asserting that it's the year 2000, baby. She know where the hell she was in her mind. She know where the hell she was in her imagination. She know what part of her damn brain she was in, baby, when she was fantasizing and imagining salaciously and fraudulently breaking into the Radio City Music Hall as a 13-year-old in the year 2000, baby. She know what type of criminalities she was into in her mind's eye, baby, when she was having this psychic experience. Okay? But some things that I said are further corroborated in what y'all about to hear right now, too. The Alabama woman alleged that the assault took place in 2000 at an MTV Video Music Award after party, according to the lawsuit and her interview with NBC. At the time, she was 13 and living in Rochester, New York. She dreamed of attending, baby, the BMAs, and that she did. If only this article only understood that the word dream in this case, baby, is literal, girl. She dreamed all that shit up from her living room in her electric scooter, okay? So Tisha Tell also have been debunked again, girl. When she said that NBC did not vet whether this girl was still in Rochester at the time, baby, she was in Rochester, okay? Her and her pappy lived in Rochester for years. After the year 2000, she was there in 2000. She was there in 01. She was there in 02. She was damn sure there in 03. And even if she had to move by 03, Diddy didn't even own the goddamn mansion that Tisha Tell pulled up until 04, which once again obstructs both the accuser's timeline and Little Miss Rabbit Ear child, okay? But without a ticket, okay, she now this is just I just got to reiterate this, okay, because Tisha Tell really swanged and banged and tried to make us believe that for whatever reason, this severely mentally impaired woman with 2 disabilities, okay, she allegedly is severely autistic, and on top of that, she suffered a head injury, okay. Both of those have had interesting impacts on her psychology and her brain. But it's funny that Tisha Tell called everybody else a liar, baby. Jay-Z, Diddy, baby. Tony Buzbee, baby. NBC News, baby. Everybody else got flaws and errors and inconsistencies in their stories. But she never dealt with the fact that the same woman that she's defending admitted to being a 13-year-old who knew how to and had the desire to break into an entire award ceremony, knowing damn well she wasn't invited. She wasn't the janitor. She wasn't an employee, a personal contractor, baby. Literally went there to break in to the damn music award show, girl. Okay? Willingly hopped her ass in cars with men she did not know. Sat her ass around all night long waiting on a limousine driver to take her to clout chase of her favorite celebrities. And Tisha Tell just never dealt with any of the intentionality. Any of the intentionality that went into this woman acting manipulatively, deceptively. She lied to her parents where the hell she was. And she willingly commuted across 5 damn bureaus to get to the damn Video Music Awards in her mind. She took a taxi cab in her brain, girl, from Rochester down there to Times Square. Okay? Chanel Street said Tisha changed the entire damn lawsuit. Baby, as far as I'm concerned, Tisha Tell might as well just go ahead and add her name to plaintiff, girl. It's Tisha Tell versus Diddy Combs and co-defendant Sean Carter, girl, I thought Little Miss Rabbit Foot actually was Tisa Tail, and Tisa Tail was Little Miss Rabbit Foot. Okay, baby, the way she was swinging and banging, baby. I said, damn, bitch. Did Tisha Tail ass run through the damn wilderness with her bonnet off, half dressed, butt naked at a damn gas station for 5 hours waiting on her damn daddy? I couldn't tell the damn difference. But it gets even more interesting. But without a ticket, this lying-ass motherfucker, manipulative-ass motherfucker, this rule-breaking motherfucker, this illegal operating-ass motherfucker, okay? That's what it is, bitch. You break in somewhere you ain't supposed to be, girl. That is illegal. It's called invasion, girl, okay? But some reason, girl, she was trying to make this woman out to be some Mother Teresa-ass figure, as if this woman did not admit in her complaint, baby, that she was all type of rebellious, wild as hell. She was for the streets, baby. Okay, autistic and all, baby, and for the damn streets, girl, okay? Trying to shiest her ass way into banks and damn Radio City Music Hall, baby, by any means necessary. But without a ticket. She said she stayed outside where her crowds watched the award show on a jumbotron. The woman looked for a way to gain entry with her illegal criminal ass, either to the VMAs or an after party. Girl, I am shook here. That was how she met. And then she took a damn drink. Took a drink knowing it was liqueur, girl, okay? Because she wanted to get up in them grown men's spaces, baby, okay? Got to the after party that happened in her brain, girl, and even took a glass of champagne, okay, from the bartender, girl, and pooched her way on through to the mansion that she had simulated in her goddamn brain. Because remember, this woman said that living in her mind and living with her level of autism, it's like living inside of a ball that's on fire with no way in and out. Okay? Right, Little Miss Leprechaun Bob. Child. Okay? The woman looked for a way to gain illegal entry, either to the VMAs or an after party. That was how she met a limousine driver who claimed to work for Combs. According to the suit, the driver offered to take her to an after party. Quote, the driver told her that Combs liked younger girls and said she fit what Diddy was looking for. And do you know what Little Miss Leprechaun Bob told the reporter when she asked, what did you think the driver meant when he said, you're exactly what Combs is looking for? She said, I thought it meant I look pretty. I hate to be the one to tell y'all, but this was a 13-year-old girl who already had done lost her goddamn virginity, and she was on a hunt for black dick down there at the Radio City Music Hall, baby. Okay, baby. Everything about this whole situation, girl, gives for the streets, baby. The willingness to sneak out of the house, girl, and take a damn taxi 5 hours across New York, girl. Wander your ass around to get into proximity of men, baby. Okay? Because ironically, almost every motherfucking single person she spoke to and made contact with were niggas. From Diddy to Sean to Benji Madden, baby. Okay, she even jumped her ass inside of a random ass car with a man claiming to take her to more men. Okay, got her ass to the party, baby, and grabbed some champagne too. Now, even though all this happened in her mind, there's data in these details about what this 13-year-old had on her brain. Because remember, because this article about to go to it. Remember, I said in the previous live stream, I said all this happened in this woman's living room while she was sitting in her daddy's lazy boy chair, eating half an apple, watching the VMAs, having a whole psychic, internal, visualistic ass experience of being down there all on top of them damn men's, baby. Okay, but the reason why her brain had to narrate it as a stripping of her virginity as a grape experience is because I believe this woman was raised in a religious upbringing. So she had a conviction about what she was experiencing hormonally, all inside her motherfucking mind, baby. And we about to get to it. Check out this part of the motherfucker write-up, bitch. The driver picked up the 13-year-old later that night and dropped her off at a large white house, where she was met by two men who asked her to sign a document before going inside, the suit alleges. According to the suit, the woman said she now believes the document was a non-disclosure agreement, adding that she never received a copy. The lawsuit says the residence was filled with celebrities. I'm talking to like Fred Durst, nigga, Benji Madden, nigga. Oh, and that old nasty piece of tattoo that she claimed was of the Last Supper don't exist either. But more niggas on niggas, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about. This was a virgin, 13-year-old, severely autistic, neuro-spicy female who was experiencing hormonal changes and puberty. Hormones are out of control, like in most damn teenagers, trapped inside her body and her mind, experiencing all these desires, but she can't even really deal with those desires appropriately because, of course, she comes from a religious background, so there's not the right conversation happening to her about those hormonal differences that she's now experiencing as a young lady. Her parents not having a conversation. They treating her ass like Carrie from the damn movie Carrie, baby. Okay? Menstrual cycles are a curse from the Lord, baby. Okay? Menstrual cycles are an abomination, baby. They are a marker of sin, baby. And then with this woman having autism, because see, that little rabbit ear that she was rubbing on during the interview, that little rabbit's foot that she was squeezing all on during the interview, girl, could imply that this autistic individual experiences a lot of sensory overload. Okay? Which means that, baby, she didn't even know how to get that horniness up out of her, baby. She didn't even know how to come, baby. She couldn't even do it, even if she wanted to, baby. Because her body don't be auditing like that, baby. Okay? Her brain be telling her to go left when she's thinking she right, baby. When she be thinking she be standing up, she be sitting the hell down, baby. She be all types of upside down inside of herself, baby. Okay? All uncoordinated. Now, all of us as adults, do you know how frustrated you get, baby? Okay? When you are deprived of actual expression, girl. Okay? You know how you start glitching up, baby, from actual frustration, child? Could you imagine a 13-year-old autistic virgin who has a malfunctioning body, who is experiencing puberty and hormones, but has a deeply religious upbringing and background, girl? Because this neuro-spicy woman experienced all of this in her mind, being amongst celebrities, having a violent experience happen to her actually. All that was a part of her psychology. All of this is what she was experiencing in herself, baby. Not to mention that if she couldn't even sit at a damn NBC News interview without a handler, how in the hell is it possible that this woman made it 5 hours across town as a 13-year-old severely autistic female and successfully pooched her ass around Times Square amongst all of the sensory, girl? Because Times Square was popping. That's another thing that we're not clocking here. This woman is experiencing some type of sensory overload. She needs an emotional support teddy bear, which is where Bugs Bunny comes into play at. But y'all telling me she pooched her ass around all night long in loud ass Times Square with all the lights flickering, all the music on the Jumbotron, all the people yelling and the goddamn screaming, everything going on, baby. This woman would have been damn seizuring out there She would have been seizuring, bitch, out there, body twerking on the damn sidewalk, baby. From all that damn sensory, baby. Talk about sensory overload, baby. You want to be sensory overloaded, bitch? Go to Times Square, especially in the middle of a celebrity event, of a high-profile event, bitch. That damn woman would have lost her damn life down there. Not to mention that there are 50 million 11 cameras rolling. You're telling me that MTV ain't got nail footage? Because, you know, they good for aerial views of the crowd. Eminem performed right outside where Little Miss Anonymity was. Somebody will have her on tape for sure. Somebody. And guess what? Tisha Tell conveniently just dismisses all the, she don't even entertain, none does that. She don't even concede all of the implications when you bring in the fact that this girl had a cranial injury on top of the fact that she's severely autistic. I'm gonna just stop the article right there, girl. I just want to get to the religious background because I knew it was there. I said it, baby. I said this is a horny, neuro-spicy 13-year-old girl who got interracial fantasies, baby, dreaming up of men from her parents' living room, girl, trapped in her goddamn body and can't do nothing about sexual expression, etc., child. And now she's having a perverse fantasy in her damn brain that even brings her under conviction, which is why it's dressed up psychologically as a grape. And that's heavily due to her religious background. And the only thing Tony Buzbee did to vet this damn woman who was passed to him by another damn law firm who knew not to embarrass their damn selves by taking this woman's case on is interview her. And that's what he considered vetting, girl. NBC News did more damn vetting of this damn woman and her case than Tony Buzbee did. Because why did Tony Buzbee not talk to the damn daddy? Why did Tony Buzbee not be able to corroborate? He should have been to corroborate the fact that Benji Madden was not even in New York at the time. That Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Carter were in two different places all night long, all night following the VMAs. He would have known that there's no way a severely autistic person with sensory overload would have been able to survive on her own by her damn self in the middle of Times Square, and then went to a loud ass after party and did not start seizuring out. But she needed a damn emotional support teddy bear to sit in a quiet ass office in the NBC building to talk to a real nice reporter. If she couldn't even keep herself calm, girl, to sit in a one-person room with a reporter, girl, in a quiet office space, you really fucking believe that her ass was pooching through in her damn grocery cart all night long in Times Square as a 13-year-old, and then ran from the White House. Ran from the big White House in her mind, baby, all the way through the goddamn woods to get to a gas station. And the employees didn't call the authorities. When she called her daddy and said, hey, bitch, I'm somewhere in some random ass undisclosed place in Manhattan, girl, that he didn't call the authorities immediately and to get them involved to pick his damn daughter up to make sure that she was going to be safe because she was going to be outside of his custody for the 5-hour commute it would take to get to her ass. And then for her to turn around and say, girl, when he did pick her ass up from the gas station where she was, they didn't even have a single conversation. And Tisha Tell out there trying to make every bit of goddamn fetch happen. I just don't understand. But let's keep moving, child, because I could just be there all night, child. Okay, because let's just listen, girl. Just to refresh our memories, girl, about Little Miss Rabbit Foot, child. Let's listen to her one more time in her NBC interview.
Of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward? because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party. She says at the party, she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. It's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said.
Yeah.
When he asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said, in remembering what happened 24 years ago. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out.
Chloe Malas, NBC News.
Thanks for watching.
Now, let me tell y'all something. NBC News made sure to zoom in on this woman rubbing on her emotional support animal. NBC News was trying to spill all the tea, even though they did say the woman is autistic and has suffered a cranial injury. They wanted child. They wanted us. They wanted to make sure that you saw, because, baby, they knew that somebody was going to probably argue, girl, that she could have been a high-functioning autistic person, girl. But they zoomed in, child, because they needed you to know just what the level of the situation was, baby. Now, y'all believe that, now, this woman is now 38. With this rabbit, with this Bugs Bunny teddy bear, that she need to accompany her. But y'all believe, some of y'all believe that she was capable, baby, of hot-scotching it down there at 13 as a severely autistic individual, baby, and pooching through loud ass Times Square all night. And then doing an after party, baby. And then ran on foot, child. And then her daddy picked her up after a 5-hour commute, girl, and didn't even ask her as much as, what happened to your shirt? You left home with a white blouse. Now it look like nigga. Huh? How your blouse now look like nigga? You left here with a porcelain white blouse on, and now your shirt is giving doo-doo brown. He ain't even as much asked a 13-year-old who allegedly had been brutally sexually assaulted by 2 men, who also still had date grape drugs in her, if she was okay. And y'all telling me that she was also able to convincingly play the okay role for the rest of that night, all the way through the rest of her life? Because her daddy came out and said he ain't hear about none of this motherfucking shit until she talked to Tony Buzbee, baby. He never been told no shit like this. He ain't got no memory of no shit like this. Well, guess what? Spiro done jumped his ass right on down there in that same NBC. Chair child. And it's further corroborating with this woman that she don't know what the hell she talking about, okay? Check this out.
Wake of our interview with a 38-year-old mother from Alabama who accuses Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs of raping her when she was 13 years old. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough.
She says that she might have some facts wrong, but that she says the incident happened. What do you say to that?
You know, anybody, when they make up a claim, they can just keep repeating it and getting it right. But you never get the details right. And what happened during her interview with you is that the story began to unravel.
On the night of the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000, she says Combs's limo driver took her to an after party. There, she says she spoke to musician Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo. That's the Last Supper.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative for the Maddens confirmed they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter both raped her. She says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up.
We rode home in silence. She didn't ask me what happened.
In an interview with NBC News.
And then I also love the selective the selective cherry picking, because on one hand, certain people trying to argue that, she's not going to remember every detail. At the same time, she's being very detailed. She remembers exactly who the hell she spoke to that night. She remembers people's hands over her mouth. She remembers people's tattoos. She remembers celebrities that she allegedly saw at this house that was inside her mind. Okay, there are a lot of details. But then when her story doesn't fit into their narratives, then all of a sudden they got to swing the pendulum all the way to the right, baby. All of a sudden, baby, oh, well, she was traumatized and she was 13 and she was this, that, and the third. While she's describing a big house and a U-shaped driveway and everybody she spoke to and everything she did and the fact that she took a drink and everything. Oh, okay, it's very convenient.
Father said he could not corroborate her story. I feel like I would remember that, and I don't, he said. The woman revealed to us that she has autism and previously suffered a head injury. In a follow-up phone interview, we asked her about the contradictions, and she said that she stands by her statements.
This woman is standing by her story. It happened over 20 years ago. Maybe her memory is hazy. Maybe her father doesn't remember that night.
No, she's doubled down on certain of these details. She says, I'm positive. She points out the tattoo. She talks about the tattoo in vivid detail. Turns out that's completely false. And the father is supposed to be picking her up. 10-hour drive round trip to pick her up in the middle of the night. Has no memory of that. No one has come forward about this in nearly a quarter of a century, and that's because this never happened.
Spiro said he's not only seeking justice for Jay-Z, he says that he also wants to expose the accuser's attorney, Tony Buzbee.
He takes away the voices from real victims and he causes real harm. If this lawyer has any sense, he's going to dismiss this claim. I don't know whether he has any sense.
Buzbee, who has filed more than 20 lawsuits against Combs, told NBC News that he is continuing to vet the accuser's claims and that she has agreed to undergo a polygraph this week. A representative for Combs called the suit a shameless money grab.
Since your attorneys refiled the lawsuit against Combs naming Jay-Z, he has come out with a very long statement saying that this is completely not true and that...
Well, that's another thing, Mama Bear. Who drops off a 13-year-old girl alone in the middle of Times Square to try to break into an entire event that's guarded with police, bodyguards, Secret Service, etc., and would leave a 13-year-old knowing what she's going down there to do, even though all this happened in her brain? And that's why that person is conveniently dead and not also here to corroborate Little Miss Rabbit Ears' testimony. But yet alone would leave a 13-year-old severely autistic girl 5 hours from home to try to illegally get into an event. Who wouldn't be concerned about, first and foremost, that 13-year-old's well-being? It's going to be a lot of wild-ass people in the city that night. Who wouldn't be worried about her ass being snatched up? Who wouldn't be worried about human trafficking, child trafficking? Who wouldn't be worried about her getting confused, her ending up lost? Like, nobody in their damn right mind, okay, would just traffic a 13-year-old per her request 5 hours from home and then just drop them off. And then one who is special needs at that. And risk her ass getting locked up for the shit she going down there to try to do, knowing damn well she ain't got no ticket, she ain't got no invite. She could barely damn see. Talk about getting into a damn event in the middle of the damn night. Who would do that? Who was supposed to be her ride home on top of that? See, all that is the inconsistencies. Why would your daddy have had to pick you up? But you had someone else take you to this event. Your daddy would have been better off if this had really happened, actually taking you to the VMAs himself. Taking that 5-hour drive with you, y'all see the show together, y'all come home. So this person just drove you to Manhattan and then went where? What, back home? Which is why you had to call your daddy, but couldn't call this deceased person, girl? It's just my brain.
All about trying to get money from him. What do you say about that?
I haven't asked for a dime from him. It's not everything is.
Yeah, this ain't the 80s, boo. This is the year 2000. This ain't the 80s, sugar. This is 20 years later in the year 2000. Color me Oakland. Okay? And this ain't just a regular 13-year-old on top of that. It's a heavily religious one with a very scrunchy bob who is severely autistic and mentally impaired. Cut the shit.
Motivated by money, and I'm sorry that he feels that it is.
This woman also told us on camera last week that this isn't about money.
Well, let's be serious. A lawyer like this is not sending out these letters not to make money. He wants money and fame. He doesn't care about truth and justice. And that's what's going on.
Chloe Malas joins us in.
Okay, so Shapiro ass done fucked around and did a whole damn PowerPoint presentation, girl. Baby, let's get into it, honey. Fair use courtesy of the Forbes breaking news. And I think there might be a longer debriefing than this one, child, because I was gorging for this interview, couldn't find it nowhere. But girl, this is Alex Spiro, girl, giving y'all a play-by-play breakdown of Jay-Z. He gonna take questions from the press, the whole nine, girl. Let's listen to this, and of course, this is covered by fair use.
The witnesses, who were they? What did they say? The details. Details are very important in time. So we start off with the location. And according to their complaint, after approximately 20 minutes, she arrived at a White House with a U-shaped driveway and a gate. There is no such location in New York, 20 minutes from Radio City. It does not exist. There is no such location. We don't know whether they created a location in order to try to get jurisdiction in New York so they could bring this case in New York, or whether they just didn't do their homework. But any New Yorker knows there is no such location. Beyond that, this was supposed to have taken place at Mr. Combs' after party, according to them. When you look at the homes associated with Mr. Combs during that period of time, and even not during that period of time. No.
And Alex Spiro has in one of the slides that house that Tisa Tales tried to say was the house, that the Alpine home. He has that house right there in the slide, and that house once again wasn't even purchased until 2004, which contradicts both the accuser and Miss Tales' timeline.
Them matches. He had a townhouse, he had a house in the Hamptons hours away, and he had homes in New Jersey, but not at that time. None of the homes work, the location doesn't work because this never happened. And again, when you really bear down on the location and his whereabouts, you quickly realize, because of his photographic evidence and witnesses are coming forward, that Mr. Carter was in a commercial establishment after the VMAs. He wasn't at a house. Well, unfortunately for them, they needed to create this house in order to create the narrative. But he wasn't at a White House that did not exist. And this is a photograph of him at a location after the VMAs.
Bitcoin is freedom. No central authority.
Y'all thumbs up, thumbs up,
So
thumbs
unlike
up,
with
thumbs up,
banks
thumbs
and
up.
credit card
Yeah.
companies, you don't.
So as we can continue through this, the Jane Doe does not say that the assault happened at a commercial establishment. She can't. That wouldn't make any sense. Yet they stand by it. They double down. They triple down. White House, White House. The White House doesn't exist. And then we get to the witnesses. And I think at the outset, everybody has to remember that in 24 years, not a single witness has ever come forward saying this happened. Quarter of a century. Think about that. She says she's at the party alone, this 13-year-old girl, and she finds herself in the room with the three most famous people at the party. Just think about how unnatural, how little common sense that makes. And according to her, one of the witnesses is a female celebrity who's just standing there watching the repetitive rape of a child. That celebrity does nothing, says nothing, reports nothing. And in fact, they won't even identify her. According to them, there's an adult female in the room watching the rape of a child. They refuse to identify her. So then we can...
Now remember, y'all, my theory was... Because, baby, it's so many goddamn smoke and mirrors when it comes to Tony Buzbee and all this shit is... I believe, because remember when Tony Buzbee did his press conference and he had released a statement following that saying that some of the... There have been celebrities that have been settling out of court with him and his clients. I very well believe that whoever this alleged female celebrity is, especially now that we know Tony Buzbee is allegedly with all the shaking down and trying to get the coin, girl, without having to go to trial, baby, trying to get the quick payouts, girl, and he being sued by former clients, not just Jay-Z, but doing the same thing with their damn settlement money and everything, girl. I believe that female celebrity, that unnamed female celebrity, her identity is being protected, because she might be one of the celebrities who have settled out of court to keep her name from being involved in this shit, whether it's true or not. Okay? Because people settle to just keep bad publicity off of their reputations, even if the shit that's being alleged is not true. They know that they're going to suffer and there's going to be damage to their brand, even if the situation is not true and it goes out into the media, which is why people get canceled before they're even deemed as officially guilty. And it's being said that Tony Buzbee is playing this type of game. He's dependent upon celebrities sticking tight to their reputations in a way that they would prefer to just settle out of court, even if some shit ain't true, just to keep themselves from losing brand deals, keep themselves from being dropped by their labels, networks, etc., losing followers. Because, you know, it's a whole fallout, baby. Look at what happened to K. Michelle when she decided to sing them Negro spirituals for Trump. Look at what happened, girl, to Chingy when, what's the trans woman name? I forgot her name, girl. When she lied on Chingy, girl, sticking his Houston pin all up in her rump shaker, girl. Okay, canceled, girl. Didn't even make it through a third single. You see what happened to the baby when he made them HIV/AIDS comments about the queer community and black folk and everything? Gone with the wind, bitch. Okay, okay. You get tossed out of here, whether you're guilty or not. So that female celebrity, which people are saying it could be Mary J. Blige, people saying it might even be Beyonce. I highly doubt that since her husband is openly suing and swinging and banging on Tony Buzbee. I don't think Beyonce sent no settlement money, girl. Or they're saying it could be J-Lo, girl, because J-Lo and Diddy was hand in hand, neck and neck, girl. That's when J-Lo still thought she was black, girl, and was wearing cornrows and bantu knots and bandanas and shit, girl, until Diddy almost got her ass caught up in the goddamn feds, girl. Then her ass was pooching on through in a cab, girl. She tapped into her Carrie Bradshaw energy, girl. And J-Lo been white ever since, baby. Okay? Ever since dealing with niggas got real, girl. Okay? So they're saying it's Mary J. Blige, it's Beyonce, and or J-Lo. But that may be one of the reasons why that female celebrity name is being protected and guarded.
And you look in, there's celebrities that she says she's mingling with before. Afterwards, she says she runs out of the house naked. Runs out of the house naked. None of them notice that. None of them pay any notice. For 24 years, none of them has said anything. And so she's just asked in this interview, she's asked, well, I mean, celebrities are recognizable people. Surely you can tell us one celebrity that was there. Just give us one name so that we know this happened. And she says, okay, Benji Madden was there. And she wants to conjure up religion and say, I'm religious. I remember his tattoo. She looks and remembers so vividly the tattoo and the conversation with Mr. Madden. Well, Mr. Madden wasn't there. He already said he wasn't there. His tour schedule says he wasn't there.
Good.
And he wasn't there because this never happened. None of this ever happened. And you keep going and you ask yourself, well, who is this complaining witness? She does not come forward with her real name. She proceeds under Jane Doe. There's no report to the police. According to her, she never tells anybody for 24 years. Not one person, not alone in the car for 5 hours at home, on her way home. Not one person, not a diary, not a family member, not a friend. Most people, when this happens, there's a need to tell somebody. We call these prompt outcry witnesses. In most complaints like this, people tell somebody. She says nobody for 24, 25 years. And then we get to the details. And I want to make sure this is clear. When people make up an account, whether intentionally or their mind is playing tricks on them, they can always get that core part of the story right. They can just keep repeating it over and over and over again. This is what happened, that core part. But they're always going to mess up the details. When something isn't real, when something doesn't happen, you're going to get the details wrong because you weren't really there. And so she starts with her story about her friend that dropped her off. Okay? This drive of over 5 hours, the friend would have had to have gone 10 plus hours to drop her off because she's got to get there. If this is real, she's got to get there. But guess what? This friend of hers, she doesn't get out of the car, right? Think about that. She's just leaving a 13-year-old girl alone in Midtown. She doesn't even want to get out of the car. She came all that way. There can't be a witness there. She can't have a witness there because this never happened.
Did you experience inappropriate behavior in a ride share?
Alex Spiro, bitch, you better work. For all Jay-Z is paying you, bitch. PowerPoint presentations and all, girl. You better clear it up in the name, in the court of public opinion, baby. Go off, Spiro.
You ask yourself, but how did she end up in the car in the first place? And so she creates this story. She says, I snuck out the window, right? But now we know she came from Rochester. So she would have been sneaking out of the window at 3 in the afternoon in the middle of broad daylight. Never heard of such a thing, defies common sense, doesn't make any sense because this never happened. And so she tells this story because she's got to create a way that she gets out of the house and ends up in New York City. And as we keep going here, the friend that implausibly leaves her there, there's then some pressure on that part of the story because it doesn't make any sense. And so the lawyers ask, well, just produce the friend. And so he has to find somebody that can make this work. And of course, as soon as he's pressed, they find somebody who they say is no longer alive. They can't corroborate it, and there's nobody to talk to. Okay, and if we can keep going. Next slide. So she then gets there, right? And she has this vivid tale of watching it on a Jumbotron. It's in her complaint. Clear as day. There was no Jumbotron that year.
Ooh.
Okay. I don't know whether they were Googling images and found the wrong year. I don't know whether she's just making it up out of whole cloth.
Wow.
There is no Jumbotron. In fact, they didn't even get
There was no Jumbotron in the year 2000. Just lied. Doubling down on the year 2000 and then lying. Wow.
According to the
wow.
And the city for the Jumbotron that year. So that didn't happen. None of the details are
wow.
right because this never happened. You keep going.
Girl, I'm gagging.
I'm knocking on the doors and the windows of limousines and VIPs. Of course, that doesn't work either. If you look at the video, photograph.
Baby, my Cash App is right here on the screen, Anna. It's right here, baby. Cash App, $ Consciouztv, because I know y'all going to be asking for it. That's why I be putting it in the banners. Consciouztv, spelled just how it is on the platform, $ Consciouztv or paypal.me, boo. And thank you in advance, love. But it's right here on the screen. It's also in the description box. And it's on the ticker below, y'all. That ticker that got my email and stuff also has Cash App and PayPal and stuff in it, too. Thank you guys in advance. Love you down, boots.
That whole area was blocked off. We've spoken to numerous people there that were in security. No one could have gotten anywhere near those cars because this never happened. She gets that fact wrong. And you know the whole story about, of all people, she knocks on Puff's window. 13-year-old girl in Midtown by herself. Just think about that.
Okay, wait, let me run that bike a little bit about the limousine shy. Hold on.
It never happened. If we can keep going. And then she says, I'm knocking on the doors and the windows of...
Somebody said that Tisha Taylor is going to come back and say, see, she actually was there and witnessed all of this, but she was just afraid to come forward. Baby, because the way Tisha got her work cut off of her, baby.
Zines and VIPs, of course, that doesn't work either. If you look at the video, photographs, that whole area was blocked off. We've spoken to numerous people there that were in security. No one could have gotten anywhere near those cars because this never happened. She gets that fact wrong. And you know, the whole story about, of all people, she knocks on Puff's window. 13-year-old girl in Midtown by herself.
The limousine area was completely blocked off, which would make sense, right? Because they're there for the celebrity clients who also are going to be blocked off and have special areas reserved for them. But yet a 13-year-old girl, even if you scoot the years up to Tisha Tell's timeline, 16-year-old, you still got to deal with all of the shit. The fact that she's severely autistic, the limousine area is inaccessible. Eminem did not perform in the year 2003. He performed outside in the Midtown in the year 2000. That's why I said yesterday, it don't work no matter what you fucking do. There are a trillion missing elements, and it ultimately falls flat of facts. It does not become a fact just because the McDonald's existed at the time. And because there was a gas station by McDonald's where somebody could have ran to. That is not enough goddamn evidence to push a whole great case motherfucking forward when the meat and the potatoes and the blood of the case cannot be corroborated, aka court records, hospital records, police records, not near single motherfucking living witness, not near. Everybody who she included that could have been a witness either is dead conveniently or says this didn't fucking happen all out. Her father, who does not recall a 10-hour commute with his autistic 13 or 16-year-old daughter in the middle of the damn night, who just survived a brutal grape experience. The daddy said he never heard of this shit until Tony Buzbee heard it. And that right there, baby, is that's the.
Just think about that. Think about how illogical that is. Keep going. Again, this is Eminem performing in the streets. No Jumbotron. All the cars barricaded. Her facts don't check out because this never happened. We keep going. So what ends up happening then, and this is important, is her original account in the original complaint says that at 9:30 or 10, she's told to wait there to get a ride to the after party. That also doesn't work because there's photographs now of Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter at commercial establishments in New York after the VMAs.
Wow.
So this narrative of at 10 o'clock she ends up at this party can't work.
Wow.
So they change it in the amended complaint.
Wow, baby. So they only up in the fucking complaints over and over again, trying to make it work the way that Tisha Tell's ass trying to make it work, and it's still falling short of 90% of the damn glory. They have video and photographic evidence, baby, of where both of these individuals were at these time frames that Little Miss Rabbit Ear claims that she was at a whole after party getting her damn twerk on.
There's multiple drop off and pickup that lands them at this White House that doesn't exist. So as we continue, this is again her account of trying to change the story into this multiple drop-off period to get them at the house to deal with the fact that there's photographic evidence that that's not where the after party was in the first place. And so as this account continues, you have to look at the timeline. You have to look at the timeline. So there's an old expression that time doesn't lie. Everything else that I'm talking about, these glaring inconsistencies, these are not minor inconsistencies.
But see, this is the thing. Miss Diddy, I don't care if it helps Diddy, because even Diddy don't deserve to be lied on. People should go down for what they've done. So I don't care if this helps Diddy, because it didn't happen as it relates to Diddy either. And those just the facts. See, some of y'all got a problem with facts. I don't. And just because somebody is right in one instance don't mean that they not wrong in other instances. These things are true and can be true about Diddy. They're just not true in this instance, and that's okay. Jay-Z may not be the most perfect person in the world. He may got bodies. He may have done some things, baby. I mean, he got a whole paternity test going on situation. over here with his alleged son, Ramir. Jay-Z ain't squeaky clean, but he just ain't did this here. And that's okay. And as a society and a collective, we need to be integral enough to be able to do that and say that. We need to not be so emotionally invested that we're willing to push narratives and even penalize and crucify people for shit they didn't do just because we want them to be wrong and to be bad, so damn bad. That's actually very dangerous to do. We need to be a people about truth, a people about fact. And when we gotta conspire, baby, it needs to be based on reasonable circumstantial evidence. So I don't care, because see, I'm okay with saying that this ain't true for Sean Carter in this case, and it ain't true for Sean Combs either. It's just not. It's just not. And see, this scares me when we be emotionally driven and narrative driven, because it makes me think about how many innocent motherfuckers are sitting their ass in prison right now during time. How many motherfuckers don't went to the death row for things they didn't do, because you had jurors who were more narrative driven and emotionally driven than they were fact driven. Because you had judges who were more narrative driven and emotionally driven than fact driven. This is why there are so many innocent ass women and men in prison right now for shit they didn't fucking do. Because folk were pressed boots. Instead of being pressed about the facts, pressed about the evidence and the lack thereof in situations.
These are not minor problems with this story. This is utter falsehoods. Time never lies. And so if you look at the time, no matter what, this couldn't have happened. It's not even possible that this happened. And this is so important. So again, now that we know that it's a 5-hour drive in each direction, how she gets to the VMAs, okay, we're going to talk in some detail about this White House and whether or not they could have gotten there. And then again, Doe returns home to Rochester, okay? And this is very important. Because she returns home, she has to leave the New York area by 1:30 in the morning at the latest, okay? If you look at any of these White Houses and you look at the closest gas stations that could be to any of these White Houses, you have to leave this White House party by 12:45 in order to get to the gas station at 1:30 to call your father to pick you up to get home to Rochester at 6:30. So remember, she only has till 12:45 for everything that she says to have happened. The VMAs end at after 11. So you're talking about a window of a little more than an hour that this could possibly have happened, even by their own account. And she says, during that little bit more than an hour, not only does she get to the house, not only is she inside mingling with celebrities, she has a drink, she's then sexually assaulted in front of an adult female multiple times. She gets out of that, she fights through it, she leaves the house naked, she gets all the way to the gas station. She had 37 minutes to possibly do this. Okay, even under their account. Okay, and of course, the biggest problem, perhaps of all, is there's photographs putting Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at different places, not in a White House during that 37 minutes. So when I tell you that it's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true, it's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened. So we talked about this 37 minutes. The earliest, even if we didn't have that establishments, remember, this is innocence on top of innocence. Even if we didn't have that, according to her, the earliest they could have gotten to the house is 12:11. And the reason for that is if the VMAs end and the drive is 20 minutes, the driver has to go there, drop them off, come back, pick her up, bring her back. She can't get there. And again, this is lickety-split. This is as fast as is possible, okay? This is no traffic leaving Radio City in Midtown during the award ceremony.
Wow.
12:11. She has to leave that white residence by 12:48 in order for her father to pick her up at the gas station. 37 minutes. That's the entire window of opportunity here. So here again is the timeline. Shows the 11:11 VMAs end, the drop-off, the pickup, and the drop-off. Next slide. And again, here we are. You see the 37 minutes. This is the 42 minutes it takes to walk. This is the closest gas station. And this is, remember this is a 13-year-old girl walking who has issues, who is maybe drugged according to her, who's just been viciously raped multiple times, who was holding her own clothes.
Oh, it's okay, Anna. I don't know what you mean by put it on the side, though, boo. On the side of where, love? Put it on the side. Because it always has the dollar sign in front of it, love, on Cash App. But I understand, child. Some of this technology stuff can be confusing, child. But thank you in advance,
trying to get to a gas station that she had never been before. Okay? No map, no cell phone, no nothing. Straight line, it's 42 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Okay? The story doesn't work.
Exactly, dead man. Spiro need to cut me up check, okay? Been busting the case wide open. All right? Cut me that check, honey, because he out here in these algorithms. He see the content. The lawyers be lawyering on YouTube, baby. They be hoverboarding. They be taking notes. We be making it easy for these attorneys out here, child.
Check out.
Run me my coin.
Next slide. These are all the things that they claim happened in that 37 minutes. Okay, and again, 37 is giving them every benefit of the doubt as how long this window could be.
Wow.
Every benefit of the doubt. But here's an even bigger problem. There are photographs of Mr. Carter and Mr. Combs and commercial establishments during the 37 minutes. They're not there. Even if you try to come up with the fastest possible timeline, I'm talking about no traffic, nobody getting in your way at the door, right to the bar kind of timeline. It still doesn't work because they had to leave Radio City. They had to go to the commercial establishments. Mr. Combs is photographed at 2 different commercial establishments with Jennifer Lopez, 2 establishments. They had to go to both of those establishments and get back to the White House. Get back to the White House before she has to leave at 12:30. None of this can work. And in fact, and I think this is very important, you will notice in the photographs that Miss Lopez changes clothing between the 2 events that they go to.
Oh, Miss Lopez. Okay. Oh, Miss Lopez. So what is this? This is a J-Lo woman. This is a Latino woman. Okay, Miss Lopez. And we ain't talking about J-Lo.
You see in one photograph, she's wearing one outfit and another. So she had to be able to, in this 40-minute window, get to multiple events.
Oh, yeah, baby. Anna, I think you're talking about Super Chat, baby. I do not have my monetization turned on because I just cannot put up with YouTube and it's bullshit. Okay, so I like to use either Cash App or PayPal because I also can get the whole donation, unlike if y'all super chatted. When y'all super chatted, YouTube take 30% of that. And we already do enough for YouTube as it is. So yes.
Drinking, socializing, she has to change outfits, change her hair, all within 40 minutes to get to that White House in time. And you're saying to yourself that that's not possible. You're right, it's not possible. It's because this never happened.
All right, y'all thumbs up, girl, because Spiro is working, Gria.
And then we get to the end. She kept running until she reached a gas station. A female clerk noticed her, allowed her to use the phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts. And this is a very small thing, very small. But remember, when you leave house and you're 13, you have to have a story. You either have to sneak out and not have a lie, or you tell your parents a lie. Sort of 2 options, right? Earlier, she says, well, I didn't tell my parents a lie. I just snuck out the window, right? Here, she says, well, I lied.
Wow. So she originally said she just snuck out. And who would not notice a severely mentally impaired 13-year-old missing for that length of time? I'm sure she has her fair share of needs that have to be met every day. Who would not know that she's not there for 10 whole hours? But then she changed it and said, well, she lied and came up with a story. The lies, baby, the lies. And you know what? I'm not as mad at this woman as I am at Tony Buzbee, because the law firm that sent her ass was integral enough to not exploit this damn woman. But then they still half-assed because they sent her ass to somebody who was going to exploit her. And that's exactly what he did, baby. He tried to make the remainder of the change from that dollar bill work. And now his ass about to be disbarred and in prison.
You know what that means? That means she's lying within her own story. They can't both be true. And you know, I said earlier that no witnesses have come forward in basically a quarter of a century, except for one. Now there's one, her own father, the person who knows her best. And he came forward too. And he said, you know what? This never happened. This never happened. And his attention was drawn to it. You know, I feel like I would remember that. You know, they said, but you've got a lot going on. Maybe you forgot this. You've got a lot going on. They told him, listen, you've got a lot going on. Try to see if they pressed him, if he stuck to his story. He said, yeah, I have a lot going on, but that's something that would definitely stick in my mind. Of course it would stick in your mind. Mm-hmm. You drove 10 hours to pick up your 13-year-old daughter in New York City. It's not something you would forget. It's not something that he did forget, because this never happened. And of course, just like the friend that couldn't be there at the beginning, you can't have a witness to something that never happened. When asked, well, what did you say to your father in the car? What did you talk about? Nothing.
I want to know what the hell she told the damn friend. Like, bitch, can you drive me 5 hours across town and drop me off as a 13-year-old with autism in the middle of Times Square and just don't worry about me? I want to know what in the hell, when this was all going on in her mind, what did she tell the imaginary friend in her head about the imaginary trip to Times Square to get into the self-imagined VMAs happening at the time, and then to pooch around in her imagination to a Diddy after party? What the hell did she tell the friend? Because, baby, whatever it was, girl, it had to be one hell of a damn reason, baby, for somebody to have taken 5 hours out of their day just to drop a young girl off in the middle of nowhere who is severely mentally impaired. That makes a lot of sense to some people.
She says not a word was spoken. There can't be a conversation because this never happened. And so you got to ask yourself what's going on here, right? And you all saw that videotape of her being interviewed in the shadowy room. She's holding a teddy bear. She's talking about her issues, her head trauma. She's been through a lot in her life, you can tell.
Yeah.
And so who took advantage of this? Why are we here? Why is this story getting created?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who took advantage of this. This lawyer took advantage of this. That's what's going on here. And you can see here now that.
Can we get the likes to 500, y'all? There's 600 of y'all up in here. Can we get the likes to 500, y'all? Everybody, I need y'all to thumbs up the video real quick. Just hit the like button on the video.
This is starting to unravel and the truth is coming out. He's starting to walk away from it. He's saying, oh, sorry, this case was referred to our firm by another firm, so I didn't really check it out, is basically.
Okay, Misty, I don't know if you also have an emotional support teddy bear and you sitting in your father's lazy boy from the living room, sugar. What 20-year-old are you talking about? We don't even know the age of this individual. All we know is that they now are dead as hell. And the 13-year-old did not accompany this person to the VMAs. This person dropped her off and then hauled ass. They themselves did not attend the VMAs. Misty, what 20-year-old baby? What 20-year-old sugar? Which one is it, darling? What happened, Misty? What's going on, baby? Unpack it for me, baby. This is a safe place, baby. This is a safe space, sugar.
Right? He brings an accusation like this attacks a man with the integrity of Mr. Carter and all.
We don't know the age. We don't know who this person was. We don't know how the conversation came about. We don't know why this person was committed to taking this 13-year-old who was sneaking out of her father's house or lied to her father to get out of her father's house, girl, whichever damn lie it is. Why they even picked her, we don't know nothing about them, child. We just know that they dead as hell. And they did not attend the VMAs, baby. Neither one of their ass had a damn ticket.
He has to say for himself now as well, I didn't really check on this. I got a referral.
You need a ticket. You need a media pass, or you need a thorough ticket like any other festival, like any other concert. You can't just go you could break into a concert, but, you know, there's protocol. Yes, the VMAs is the same way. The BET Awards, the Grammys, the All-American Music Awards. You can't just go through the damn building, baby, okay, because you just want to attend the American Music Awards this year. You got to have a ticket. You got to have media pass. You have to have the appropriate entry passes.
A little bit of money, so we just went live with it.
And she successfully did not do that. She claimed she watched the show from the Jumbotron that's in the middle of Times Square, that big ass green screen that they have in the middle of Times Square that did not even exist in the year 2000. So she, once again, the Jumbotron she was watching on was from the box television in the living room in Rochester. The Jumbotron was the 4x4 boxed television set, baby, inside of the living room in her Rochester home with her family. That was the Jumbotron, baby. Okay?
Here's again the timeline that he went live with. In the face of this irrefutable, time doesn't lie evidence, he went live with it. And again, it doesn't work. This 37 minutes, it does not work. It does not work because there's photographs. There's photographs. You can find
the Jumbotron she looked at all this on was her damn head. Okay, her head was the damn Jumbotron.
On the internet of them, they're changing clothes. She's changed clothes. Do you know how long that takes for her to go to 2 events, change clothes, get inside, have drinks, they're socializing. They're not popping into these events to then get back out.
Okay, no, a mother. Yes, a mother of 2 baby dolls. Yes. That might have been her son. She might have had a bunny as a son. So, you know, very well, a very supportive, attentive mother, baby, unlike her father, who let her haul ass down there to Midtown, baby. In the year 2000, baby, she helicoptering her children, baby, brought their ass right there to the interview, baby, right on her lap, girl. Bugs Bunny laid out right there, baby. Okay? 8 months old.
Suburb somewhere in a house that doesn't exist? It's not possible. Actually not possible. He is for sure innocent of this accusation. Next slide.
I knew I wanted to.
Y'all thumbs up, bro. We paying bills.
I was a very.
But you know, this lawyer, he doesn't care about things like this. The only other person he's brought a complaint against for just mere association, merely being at a Sean Combs party, he's already been wrong about that one too. He had to change that one. If you look at the next slide, he got the year wrong. He said there was a party in the Hamptons. Mr. Combs was in Saint-Tropez at the time. Didn't check out. 2 claims, neither are checking out. We could keep going. And we have this, you know, individuals calling my office, telling me story after story. And, you know, I'm not going to get sidetracked. People think I'm going to start saying, you know, explaining he's a grifter and all these things about him. I'm not here to talk about him more than I need to. But there's people calling the office saying, yeah, they were being pressured to say stuff, to say that they were with Mr. Combs. These are affidavits. They're filed in court. This is what you're dealing with here.
Wow. And that's why Tony Buzbee is being sued for extortion, not a demand letter, not trying to mediate outside of court, which is legal, but extortion. Did y'all just hear what Mr. Spiro just said? Let me rewind it back.
Office saying, yeah, they were being pressured to say, didn't check out. 2 claims, neither are checking out. We could keep going. And we have this, individuals calling my office, telling me story after story. And, I'm not going to get sidetracked. People think I'm going to start saying, explaining he's a grifter and all these things about him. I'm not here to talk about him more than I need to. But there's people calling the office saying, yeah, they were being pressured to say stuff, to say that they were with Mr. Combs. These are affidavits. They're filed in court. This is what you're dealing with here. Next slide. And so this is who took advantage of the woman in the shadowy video. He gives
Did he say this is the man who took advantage of the woman with the shadowy figure, girl? Oh, baby, this petty. Petty.
1-800 number. And he claims 2 days after posting that press conference, 2 days, that he has 120 fully vetted plaintiffs. 120. Anybody that does this for real, anyone that knows what they're doing, knows to corroborate, to interrogate, and to be sure about even one
baby,
person.
this who Malago scams got to go up against, baby, next year, girl. I'm shook up for her, baby. Because the way Spiro gonna lay her ass out line for line, Old Testament verse for Old Testament verse, New Testament verse for New Testament verse, baby. Woo, baby. This baby Spiro ain't no joke, girl. He's going to iron her lace front out.
It takes weeks. One person. You've got to find out if their story makes sense. Did they really get dropped off? Does any of it check out? Is there corroboration? Are there any witnesses? It takes weeks for one. He had 120 in 2 days. When he files these cases, he doesn't even enter his notice of appearance. He just has some other lawyer file and he holds these press conferences. He says, listen, anybody out there, just call the 1-800 number. If you can put yourself anywhere near Sean Combs' party at any point, we can go after the other celebrities.
Chef, send it to me, baby. I'm screaming.
We can make money together. Just call the 1-800 number. That's all you need to do. And then we'll send a letter to the celebrity. They're not going to want to have this in the public light. And they're going to be shaken down and they'll send us money. So he just called the number. And Mr. Carter said no. He said, that's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to put my foot down. And that's what he did.
Period.
And I would urge any other celebrity that's being shaken down right now to do the same thing and to stand with truth. None of this ever happened. And what this 1-800 lawyer is doing, he's taking the justice away from this. He's destroying.
It's also been said that the 20-year-old friend is also dead. Okay? Now, what type of 13-year-old girl has a 20-year-old friend who's going to help her to defile her parents' rules, drive her 20-year-old ass across time, drop that 13-year-old off, and also risk being held accountable if the father finds out who in the hell took her ass and helped her ass to escape Alcatraz? Okay? Ain't no 20-year-old, baby. Ain't no car. Ain't no damn sneaking out. Ain't no dead friend, baby. The only thing that's dead is the neurons in this woman's mind.
This opportunity and the voices of real victims, and it's got to end. So, are there any questions? Yes.
One question.
Sure.
So for the people that are calling your office, I'm assuming if it's not dismissed, like worst case scenario, and you guys move forward to try and show that everything you just told us, what evidence are you guys submitting other than the accounts they're giving you over the phone? Like, do any of those people call you like emails between them and Buzbee or text conversations where they're encouraging this stuff?
Yeah, so let me divide that question into two if I can. We expect the case to be dismissed. If it's not, eventually this will all crumble because it can't possibly have happened mathematically. You don't even need witnesses. They don't have any witnesses because this never happened, and you don't need witnesses because the time doesn't work. Just there's literally photographic evidence that proves that this could not have happened. In terms of what's going to happen to Mr.
Baby,
Buzbee,
he's saying that this is an open and shut case, bitch. We don't need no witnesses, baby. The facts don't fact. This is a factualist, baseless lawsuit and allegation, baby. It don't work no matter whether you get Tisa Tail to pull out her goddamn good china, her good utensils, girl. It don't matter, girl, if you get Tony Buzbee to pull out his good kitchen utensils, baby. It don't matter what type of kitchen appliance your ass is using. It don't work. It's factualist, and that's according to their timeline, their narrative. The facts corroborate actually Diddy and Jay-Z in this case, not the other way around, baby. Okay? So he's convinced, girl, this is not making it to no type of court litigation situation at all, baby. This shit's going to be dismissed. And if it ain't dismissed and it proceeds, baby, it's only going to further expose Tony Buzbee and Little Miss Leprechaun Bob. Okay, baby? It ain't going to do them no good to have this thing move forward.
Anything else going on?
And if I was Jay-Z, I would turn around and sue Miss Leprechaun for her bob, for Bugs Bunny. I want the scooter. I want the oxygen tank, bitch. Okay? But I would sue her ass down to the ground, baby. Since you want to come out here, girl, and try to be amongst the people, baby, let me give you an old nasty lashing, baby, to keep your ass up in that living room, girl, to the end of your days.
Time will tell. But this is how things unravel. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who is Lex Intelligence, and has your firm ever hired them in connection with Tony Buzbee to investigate Tony Buzbee as he's alleged?
I don't know that firm, don't know those people, and the answer is no.
So this might just be
Baby.
but you said that there were people calling saying they were being pressured to say that they were with Mr. Connors. Can you elaborate on that, please? Are they calling you to say if they're being pressured?
Yeah, there was a witness that came forward that contacted my office and submitted an affidavit in court regarding this that accounted for what occurred on that day, which was they called the Buzbee firm. They said they had an inquiry. The inquiry had nothing to do with Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter, or any of this. And the people at the Buzbee firm said, well, why don't we try to push this in the direction of the Combs case? That's a better decision in sum and substance. That's a better way to go here.
Wow.
This individual refused to do that, contacted my office and signed it, and then an affidavit was submitted to court. Yes?
You mentioned the letters that Buzbee's been sending out to unnamed celebrities in relation to these Combs lawsuits. What were your interactions on behalf of Mr. Carter before he was renamed in the amended complaint?
Well, after the letter was received, we obviously knew this was completely false and we weren't going to be shaken down. So the efforts were nothing because there was nothing to discuss in any meaningful way.
Do you know who the Jane Doe is, like her actual identity? Has there been research into that on your end?
Yeah, because it's a fair question. Because she's been blacked out in the video and because a court has not unmasked her in court, I'm not going to get into her identity. You will notice that I did not get into some of her issues. I don't want to. It's really sad in many respects, and I don't want to get into that. So I'm not going to unmask her here today.
Has the accuser tried to reach out to Mr. Carter before, or any of this camp or anyone?
Not to my knowledge. Yes.
Buzbee indicated that there was a second alleged victim. Has he given any notice that he's pursuing that claim as well?
No, and I would hope not after what's going on here.
Baby, Alex Spiro ready for Buzbee. Yes, baby. He is ready for Buzbee's ass.
Yes.
You mentioned in your recent filing on this docket that you were intending to file a motion to dismiss. What's the timeline on that? Are you working on it?
Yeah, so we did file a motion to dismiss the day after this was filed.
Right.
The Rule 11 letter, which basically says that a lawyer is not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to not vet a claim and file a false claim in court. It needs to come down. The way that works, and it's a little technical, is that the court has to allow you to file faster than you should otherwise be allowed to file. So we are hopeful that the court will respond today and we will file that. If not, there are other things that we're going to do to bring the truth to light. Are there any other questions? Yes.
Are there any witnesses who will be corroborating Mr. Carter's testimony that he was not there that night? Or is that sort of what you're hinting at, that if necessary, you will provide those people?
Yeah, I mean, it's like asking to corroborate something that never happened. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of people that are going to say there was no party at the White House, that put all of these celebrities where they're already put in photographs in different places, not at a White House. Remember, according to her, all three of these people, I mean, you all have seen the photographs. I mean, on the internet, I just showed you some. All three of these people would have had to have been at this White House together, alone in a room. Just think about that. Alone in a room with this 13-year-old girl at exactly the time that they're in commercial establishments. So I mean, there's no proof better than time. But of course, there are going to be people that are going to say that they were all out that night and nowhere near a White House, and they went to an after party at a commercial establishment. This is all fantasy.
If this case is dismissed after that, or you guys decided definitely to follow anything, in addition, like a defamation lawsuit?
This issue with a lawyer taking advantage of the situation is going to be dealt with. I can assure you. And
Wow.
I think sort of stay tuned. I think the first thing today was to make sure that everybody understands this is not an account of inconsistencies. I wanted everybody to understand that this never happened. This is completely false. And then we'll move forward from there.
Jesus.
What is Mr. Carter's account of that night? Does he say he was at multiple locations, just that nightclub, Lotus nightclub that he was photographed?
Sister Craft says, why is the attorney acting like the public opinion legally matters? Well, it matters because all of those institutions like the NFL, any endorsement sponsors that Jay-Z is connected to and has his brand alongside could be impacted by what's taking place socially and publicly. So that's why Spiro has to wage war and has to litigate this case both in the actual courts and also in the court of public opinion, because those endorsements, all that stuff, is going to be based upon public perception and whether these allegations put a bad taste in consumers' mouth and make them want to, because we saw in a previous live stream I showed y'all where all of Twitter, girl, was adding the NFL, asking them if they were going to drop Jay-Z and stating that they want Jay-Z dropped from the NFL Entertainment Committee Board. So that's why Spiro is outside, baby, having to do the work, child, because he gotta ease people's minds. He gotta make people confident in the fact that Jay-Z, that this is just completely frivolous, it's factualist, it's baseless. There's nothing to see here. There's nothing to be upset here. There's nothing to be bothered by here. Go on about your business, baby. It's all good. It's all in the hood, okay? He gotta calm the water so that there's not a public backlash that leads to Jay-Z losing out on money, because these networks, they're not bound by the courts. These sponsors, these companies that endorse celebrities and have them as what you call them? Be having them as what's the term? It's a term I'm looking for. As brand ambassadors, girl, for the hair care line, they Levi line, and then you gotta also state Beyonce tied into Jay-Z. You know, and she's Miss Activist, Miss Team Woman, Miss Team Anti-DD, Anti-Grape, Anti-Misogyny, girl. So there's a big bleed out and a big fallout that can take place. So rightfully so, girl, Spiro is out here doing the work of Hove Nation, child, making it make sense. That's why they want this case expedited. They've said in their filings with the courts that the courts, come on, let's get to it, baby, because Mr. Hove here, he got things to lose, baby, okay? And every moment that this thing goes on and on and on and on and on, gets more risque for the Hove child. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into sort of privileged communications and talk too much about that, but I will say that he was not at any house or any location. They were in New York City. They were at commercial establishments with lots of people around. This is obviously completely false.
How's Mr. Scott feeling?
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this. They would make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset. They should be upset.
Is your firm investigating Buzbee, talking to people around him as he's alleged in some of his legal suit, in his suit against Tony Manuel?
Yeah, that suit went nowhere, as you saw. And what happens when people bring frivolous cases and run rackets like this is, of course, we're asking questions. I've got people contacting my office telling me chapter and verse about him. So we don't shut off the phone lines. I'm listening because I'm trying to figure out how this is allowed to proceed like this. Yes.
He posted a photo on his Instagram of 3 men at a door of his client, suggesting that investigators came and said that they would pay $1,000 for plaintiffs to file a suit against him. I mean, do you have any connection to those men that he photographed? Do those men have any connection to Tony Manuel?
Zero. Okay. I don't know whether it's completely false or not, but zero connection to those people, have no idea what that is, don't know whether he made it up out of whole cloth, don't know if he's trying to distract from what he's under now. But no, there's no truth to that. Anything else?
We hire for everything.
Y'all thumbs up, girl. Spiro
physicians,
paying them bills, and we gotta
surgeons,
pay them too, y'all. Y'all thumbs up.
background.
Right. Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate with them. He didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. You go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say. Yes.
In the original filing before it was amended, and even after, there was a second, the woman celebrity that even chose in the room. That woman celebrity, whoever it is, has there been any other people that may have been with Mr. Carter or even Puff that night that reached out to you guys just wanting to know what is happening, just so that they can prepare for kind of even a fight back like Jay-Z is right now?
Well, we know other celebrities have received letters, and we've spoken to other celebrities that were there that night that say this is what they know about this. This makes no sense, couldn't have happened because they were all at a commercial establishment. So I hope that answers your question. Yes.
Was there a specific amount of money or something specific that was demanded of Mr. Carter in this demand letter that was sent to you before the complaint was filed?
There isn't a specific number that has been demanded.
Did they specifically ask for money in the demand letter?
Yeah. So I've been asked this question before. People like this, they don't send demand letters out to not get money. That's all they want. Okay. This is not for truth and justice. This is for money. So
this is about the grift, girl. The grift.
The request was to sit down and talk about.
So basically, the Tony Buzbees, the Gloria Allreds, the Lisa Blooms, the Tyrone Blackburns, they're basically the clickbaiters of the justice system. Salacious, grifty, opportunistic, allegedly unethical, and that's why they all have very scandalous legal corporate profiles when you really investigate all of these attorneys, from Tony Buzbee on out to everybody that I just named. And they've all been connected to salacious stories. They've all been aligned with people who were clout chasing and all out sabotage cases for people who had genuine cases, like Jennifer Huff, who sued Nicki and Kenneth Petty. And unfortunately, she took the help of Tyrone Blackburn, who is raggedy as fuck. Tyrone Blackburn dropped the ball on Sabrina Peterson and got her ass out here sued, owing hundreds of thousands and millions to T.I. and Tiny. He got his ass sanctioned and all type of shit in the Nicki Minaj case. She had to end up dropping Nicki because of legal errors that Tyrone Blackburn made in her lawsuits against Nicki, which is why I always encourage the public. I know these celebrity attorneys say they're easily accessible. They typically will take your case pro bono. And it looks at surface glance like they know what they're doing because this is their world. But baby, you got to look at them Yelp reviews, baby. You got to Google, baby, because these attorneys, they can make or break your fucking shit. Okay? And it's just unfortunate when it comes to Tony Buzbee because we had so much hope for him in the beginning. When he came through in that Temu suit, girl, all tight and squeezed in, girl, with his corset, it was all promising, child. And he asserted to us that he was just going to be of high ethical and moral ground, and everybody was going to be vetted, and they weren't even going to be releasing names of celebrities as long as, if they didn't have the facts to corroborate it and back that ass up, girl, and come to find out, baby, a goddamn clown, baby. I'm so disappointed. I'm so goddamn disappointed in Tony Buzbee and his homemade ass suits, girl. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. And I hope Alex Spiro tear a whole damn new one into his ass, baby. Tear his ass up.
A way to resolve this matter. And we all know what that means. Yes.
Do you have any plans to release the demand letter?
Not as I stand here today. I'm more concerned with making sure that everybody knows this didn't happen. I know there's a lot of questions about this lawyer and who's after him and how much wrong has he done and these questions, and I totally understand that and respect those questions, but we'll turn to that later. Anything else? Okay. Thank you all very much for your time.
Girl, that goddamn demand letter, though, is going to be in a goddamn lawsuit, child, okay? Baby, let me shout out to my baby mothers and baby fathers. Shout out to High Mental Abilities. Thank you, baby. Thank you for those nasty child support chat. Thank you, baby mother store, for those nasty child support chat. Thank you, baby father Kwame, baby, for we're working on period. Hey, Kwame, hey, boo. What's going on, Mommy Bear? Thank you for those nasty child support chat. Thank you, love. Thank you, Bessie. Thank you, baby. Y'all know all donation information is in the description box below, girl. Thank y'all so much, Shy. All right. So Tony Buzbee just ironed that the fuck out. Laid Miss Rabbit Ear on out, girl, and Tony Buzbee, girl. And I can't wait, girl, because we're going to be here reporting line by line, verse by verse, precept by precept of the shenanigans, Shy. Now, you guys also heard Alex Spiro, attempt to soften the relationship between Jay-Z and Diddy, child. So courtesy of the Jasmine brand, girl, Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, girl, says that the rapper has no friendship or long-time bond with Diddy, baby. Okay, the Neighborhood Report also reported, girl, that Alex Spiro expects Jay-Z to be cleared in the Grape lawsuit, girl. And once again, Alex Spiro is attempting to help Jay-Z to distance himself from the diddler, girl. But I feel like this might be a little bit overkill because, baby, you got to explain all this. Baby! Woo! Girl, it's too much. Girl, to not be best friends, to not have a long time bond, baby. They are always smiling. Beyonce all sandwiched in between, child. Both of them got on Givenchy by Sheen, girl. Pooching down Illuminati hallways, girl. Standing out there in the Garden of Eden after they done bit the damn apple, making the damn toast to corrupted all the damn humanity, baby. Look at how Jay-Z got Diddy all gripped up by the hip, girl. Like he wanted to eliminate mistresses, child. But out here talking about grift. They ain't got no friendship. They ain't got no long time bond. Now, Alex Spiro just might got to leave that thing alone, girl. Okay, just leave it alone, baby. They don't even try to, cause see, like, that's where it's gonna go left at, baby. Okay, let well enough be well enough, baby. Okay, everybody know Diddy and Jay-Z is a thing. Okay, and it's all right. Okay, just stick to the facts. Stick to Bugs Bunny. Stick to the 38-year-old mother of 2 teddy bears. Okay, just stick to the great allegations of the bucket, that baby. Let's not even get to trying to reframe and restructure perceptions, baby. It's a little bit too late for all of that. Shout out to my baby mother Paige for the nasty child support chat. Thank you, baby mother. Love you long time, boo. Okay, so I am the Pixar, okay, baby, from A to motherfucking Z. Nah. All in all, girl, Jay-Z is acquitted, girl. This case is going to get dismissed, and if it doesn't, girl, it's because the courts won't Alex Spiro to make a whole rinse and wash out of Miss Lil Teddy Bear and out of motherfucking Tony Buzbee. Okay? I don't know if I can take anything seriously coming out of the Tony Buzbee camp now, girl. A lot of his lawsuits have gotten dismissed with prejudice. They got all type of technical and legal errors in them, girl. He's had to refile this, refile that. The judges are frustrated with Tony Buzbee, girl, because he continued to try to present these John Does. The judges are like, no, bitch, you're going to have to rip the mask off, girl. Ain't going to be no Caspers floating through the damn courthouse, girl. If these folk want their litigation to proceed, they're going to have to come out with a legal name, child, okay? Miss Anonymity, Miss Fire inside of a ball is lying. Her ass was not in no damn Times Square. She ain't got a single damn receipt to prove that her ass was even in Midtown, girl. There ain't a single lick of photographic evidence, which there should have been, because she was outside the VMAs in the 2000s, girl. Just like there's a bunch of photography evidence and video evidence of Sean Combs and Jay-Z, with Eminem having one of his VMA performances that year outside the venue. If her ass was outside looking at the show from the inside on a Jumbotron that didn't exist, her ass also should be in one of these frames, girl. Okay? She lied, baby. The limousine area isn't even accessible to the damn public, and rightfully so. They're carrying the stars of America, child. Okay, she lies. It don't work. The Alpine property that Tisha Tell said was the U-shaped driveway White House. That's not even a White House. That this mother of two teddy bears claimed that she was at didn't exist. It wasn't even purchased until 04, not 2000, and not damn 03, girl. Okay? Just hoodwink the bamboozle, girl. Just did not happen. It's not real. Okay? And this is why this is why Tony Buzbee should have operated with integrity, girl. Because once you step your ass out here in these litigating streets, in these accusatory streets, girl, all lives matter, baby. There ain't no exceptions, girl. They don't care whether your ass is mentally impaired. They don't care whether you autistic, girl. They don't care whether you need an emotional support teddy bear. They don't care whether you need a grocery cart to pooch around, girl. They don't give a damn, baby. Because when it's war, baby, all things are fair. All things are equal, baby, in love and motherfucking war, girl. You take the children, you take the goddamn kids, you take the men, you take the cattle, baby, you purge the land, bitch, okay? So that's exactly why Tony Buzbee needs a foot up his ass, because this was low down. This was low down and gutter to literally prey on the special needs community, to prey on the neuro-spicy community. That says a lot about Tony Buzbee. It tells you a lot about what he got going on over there at the Buzbee firm, girl. Tells you a whole lot, child. All right? I'm looking forward to all of this. I'm going to keep you all posted. Chef is supposed to be sending me something, girl, when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Because you know, girl, she about to be the Teflon Don again, girl. Round 2 of 2025, girl. She coming for Tory Lanez top and Milagros scam head top, child. Okay? So when Chef send me that paperwork, girl, we're going to be right back on this bitch. Okay? Live streaming. Y'all make sure the thumbs up. Share your screen. Not share your screen, girl. Share the channel out. Shout out to all the new subbies. Love you guys long down. If you guys enjoyed yourselves, make sure y'all throw some money at the king, girl. Cash App, $ Consciouztv, PayPal, $, PayPal.me/Consciouztv. Follow me on Instagram at Consciouztv. Email me alt@consciouztv @gmail.com. Sign up to Patreon, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.